Titanic sister ship, Britannic. Wreck site at depth of only 390 feet, 119 m. Fun fact, Violet Jessup was a nurse who survived the sinking of both the Titanic and the Britannic. She also worked on the Olympic before it was withdrawn from service in 1935. Fun fact. The reason the bow is all smooshed like that is because the ship was longer than the water it sank in was deep. So as the bow went under, it actually hit the seafloor before the rest of the ship was even done sinking. There must be some company based in Bahamas with a submersible called Britain, who will start providing trips in the coming months. $100K a pop, I'd say. The Olympic was, in my opinion, the most incredible of these three ships. She even sank a German U-boat with her prop, CEO of Next Seagate Slaps Roof. This cardboard sub can easily get down to see the Britannic safely. Those regulations are silly. I'm making a submarine in my backyard to explore this if anyone's interested. $20K a person. It's controlled with an old DDR mat, and the glass is imaginary BC. My mom doesn't want me to cut myself. Anyone on this thread ever go see it? Like, could you be snorkeling, look down and see the ship? Is this stupid question? Subnautica has ruined me, and whenever I see a wreck site like this, I think about how much loot there is inside. And there's light there to see the fucker edit. Thanks to all the Redditors that corrected my observation, that light can't really reach this depth. Titanic. You know, one of my triplets is a lot higher up than I am, and has the exact same layout. My other sister ended up in a scrapyard instead of turned into a museum. There was a revised version of this painting at some point, because this was painted shortly after the wreck was explored for the first time, and they thought the hole on the side was from the mine explosion. Problem is, the explosion happened on the starboard side, which is touching the seabed. It's actually because the ship was longer than the water was deep. So when it sank, the bow touched bottom mid-sinking, and got crushed under the weight of the rest of the ship as it went down, causing it to almost break off the ship. Let me see if I can't find the revised painting. I forget if this is it or found it. This is a more accurate painting of the wreck site. This is shallow enough for professional technical scuba divers using special gas mixes in their tanks. Deepest recorded scuba dive was 332.5 meters. I know it's not as popular as the fascination people have with Titanic, but it's far more accessible for researchers and rich, the risk of getting crushed to death and turned to goop. The one OceanGate Titan could have safely traveled to, could likely have safely explored, could maybe have visited safely, could have dove to at least a few times before imploding. Would that not be way cooler to look at rather than the Titanic? At 120 m, isn't there still light from the surface to help illuminate it? Here is a video of some scuba divers exploring the wreck. Really shows just how huge this ship is. Kinda creepy, but super cool. This is not what the wreck looks like for anyone who doesn't know. Yes, it's on its side, but the bow doesn't look like that, it looks like this.